This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Hey, welcome back. Time to start hour number 2 of the program. Mike Oliva is ready to join us from MiamiDolphins.com. The Blitz on MiamiDolphins.com and Dolphins Talk. Is he ready? Is he there?
I am here.
There you go. There he is. All right. I love it. By the way, I'm a little pissed off right now because freaking Zamir White went to the Raiders at number 122, running back out of Georgia. As you all know, I love Brandon Smith, the linebacker out of Penn State. He went to Carolina, and the pick after Zamir is Isaiah Spiller, you're telling me? Ian Rappaport is now reporting that it's the Chargers that took him?
Yes.
The stinking Chargers took Isaiah Spiller, so now that's also off my board now. So I've got Pierre Strong. I've got Devonta Price from FIU, Alec Lindstrom, the center, Zach Tom, the center, Calvin Austin, the returner. How about you, Mike? What do you say? What are you looking at right now as we're 3 picks away?
I wouldn't mind a center right now just because I think we need a little bit more depth on that line. Running backs in need, but the guys that sounded like you liked, that I liked, just went right in front of us. So that makes it a little bit frustrating, but I think there's a couple centers out there. You got the kid West from Arizona State. You have Zach Tom and Lindstrom, of course, there, who has ties to our new offensive line coach. So I think any one of those guys would make sense, but we'll see what they do here. It will be interesting because they can go a few different ways.
I'm with you there. All right, so far, talk to me about yesterday's pick. What do you think?
I love the pick. I think what Miami needed on that side of the ball was more speed at linebacker. I know they brought back a lot of linebackers from last year's squad, but it was for small money, not a lot of money. So, with Sam McGuavon, Riley, that group, Roberts. So I think they needed some youth and some speed there. And this kid is just speed personified, sideline to sideline guy. He's going to help out in the sub packages, and he can blitz and get after the quarterback. So I like that a lot with that pick, because I think that side of the ball, with everything we've done this offseason on the offense, has been great, obviously. That side's been kind of overlooked a little bit, and it's nice to get someone there who I think can help out right away.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. I think that he's going to help out, I think, right away at middle linebacker. I was just talking with Neil Driscoll about this. I think at times in short yardage situations, you'll see him and Landon Roberts on the field. He'll play the outside with Baker, and obviously Landon will play the middle in short yardage situations because he's going to be able to help on the edge just in case somebody's trying to break to the outside as a back or somebody else. So he's a cover guy. So I think he'll be able to do it. By the way, the Browns are taking a kicker. So the Dolphins are now on the clock. And so we are
we're waiting here. See what
yeah. We are right here, Mike. You got perfect timing, my brother.
Prime spot.
Yes, sir. Dolphins Talk and the Big O Show. We are waiting. And look, I've got Devonta Price, the FIU running back, Pierre Strong, San Diego State, Alex Lindstrom, the center, Zach Tom, the center from Wake Forest. Cordell Volson is another guy out of North Dakota State, the lineman. That might be another guy that could be considered here too, overall for the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, they can go a few different ways here, and it'll be fine. And when you're a pick 125 too as well, it's not even so much about need. It's just trying to find a guy who can contribute in some sort of way, and maybe someone who in a year from now or so can be even a larger contributor. It is pick 125. So as we get later, that's kind of what you're looking for. Best player available, and we'll see here.
All right, so how about the offseason? What has been your grade this offseason so far?
I mean, any fan of this team cannot be upset with this offseason. They've gone above and beyond, I think. Love the Hill signing. Cedric Wilson as well. Great with their wide receiver unit has been totally reshaped, revamped overnight. Love that. Running backs, I think we have 2 capable NFL running backs, but they're both essentially on one-year deals, which is why I think you and me are sort of looking at running back here as something not so much for this year, but moving forward. So there's that. Offensive line is improved. I don't know if it's good. It's improved, though. And that right side line still has me a a little bit worried, but we still have time
Well,
here
the
with
coaching,
yeah,
and the
that's going to
scheme
help. That's going to help.
is really what's going to make the difference for these guys, and possibly, here's the other thing that we kind of leave out, Mike. This might give these guys the confidence they need to be good players. Right now, when you're constantly failing and you're constantly running into a wall, it's disappointing, it's depressing, and it's only normal for people to kind of get down on themselves. So I think there's a level of mentally that's what really was hurting them to a certain extent. If these guys can rebuild that again, I think some of these guys will prove to be good players.
I think we have a pick too. I'm seeing here on social media.
Yeah,
Looks like
Dolphins pick is in.
they went with wide receiver Eric, I know I'm going to say this last name wrong, Izukoma out of Texas Tech.
All right, there we go. I don't see it here. They haven't.
I saw it on social media from someone who's reputable, so I trust it.
Okay. All right.
One of the reputable guys out there who's got this. So it looks like they went wide receiver here. Don't know much about him, not going to lie. I'm doing a little search here. It
Yeah,
says,
Eric Uzakam. He's a returner. He's a returner from Texas Tech. That's the other thing that I kept saying, that maybe you would get a returner also in this draft, and that's exactly what they're doing. I'm pretty sure that's the kid. If you look it up, he's probably not a big. He's not a big kid, right? Oh no, he's 6'2".
Yeah, it says he ran a 4.63. It said here in his 40. 6'2", 209, 33 and a half arms.
Oh no, so this is not the kid that I thought that I thought that there was maybe it's Texas, but I know that there's a returner that obviously could have gone in the draft. All right, so they got a big kid. So this is a project type guy. This is the guy that replaces Devontae Parker.
Yep, yeah, exactly. He's got that size guy who's going to go up there and probably get some jump balls for Miami, because our wide receivers are very good, but Hill and Waddle aren't exactly the tallest guys in the world, which is okay with that speed. You don't need them to, but yeah, it's a size guy here to replace Parker and have him go in there and probably compete with Preston Williams. I would think.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought they would go for maybe a returner in these.
Yeah, because they kind of need one right now. Yeah,
and they need one, but I thought it would be a corner, possibly a running back that is / a returner, because that way the corner is kind of competing with Noah and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but a receiver, they're kind of deep at that spot.
They are. Yeah, because you got Hill, Waddle, Wilson, they're not going nowhere. Lynn Bowden's coming back this year. Preston Williams, he's going to have to fight for a roster spot now, probably with this kid. So, yeah, they're deep at wide receiver, but it's an offensive-minded head coach, and it's probably one of those spots where you never have enough wide receivers in his mind, and he probably sees something here with this kid that he likes, I would assume.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't know anything about him.
I don't know anything about him either. I'm not going to lie. I don't.
No, I don't. I'm gonna actually ask around now and see if we can get a little bit of some insight.
I'm here on NFL.com, and pretty much everything we've said seems to be on point here. Says he's a high point catch with full extension and strong hands. He was a team captain, broke his arm early last year. He returned, not a polished route runner, probably because he has the size where that's where he makes a lot of his catches with his size. So yeah, that's pretty much everything we thought. It's pretty much what I'm reading up here.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. All right. Overall, when you look at what they're doing in the front office, right? Does it seem to you, because we were just talking about this, does it seem to you like there's a little more synergy right now going on?
Oh, absolutely. There's more synergy. Clearly, whatever happened last year with Flores wasn't working. And you hear a lot of rumor stories, and the truth is probably somewhere in the middle with all that. I tend to believe most of it. It just was not a healthy situation for an NFL front office. Mike McDaniel, I think, what we see outwardly is just more of a laid-back, easygoing guy, and I can see him being much easier to work with than Brian Flores in many ways. So I'm sure the synergy is there, and I'm sure that's good, and that will help in a lot of ways. Now, we don't know about him as a head coach yet. All signs, seem somewhat positive, and you got to give him the benefit of the doubt, and you got to hope for the best. But it's still a little bit of an unknown there. But I think just from an offensive standpoint, because this league's all about offense. That's what this league is. From an offensive standpoint, he's a guy where he's going to have the offense ready each week. They got a much better staff on offense, from quarterbacks coach to offensive coordinator, wide receivers coach, just, huge improvements there, which will help. So, and just with the talent on the field, which really matters at the end of the day. I just think the offensive side of the ball is going to be light years better than what we saw the previous years. Well,
Mike, Barry Jackson just put something. Maybe we can go with something here. It says Eric Uzakanma, I think that's how it's pronounced, Uzakanma, is another multi-purpose weapon for McDaniel. Last season, 48 catches, 706, 14.7 average, 4 touchdowns. He ran 10 times for 138 yards and a 13.8 average, 2 rushing touchdowns.
You know what everyone's going to say, but yes, he is a Deebo Samuel. Yes, he's a multi-talented asset on offense. You can use various ways to get.
He averaged 13 yards a run.
That's pretty good. I know it's the Big 12 where they put up yards and points, but 13 yards is 13 yards. I don't care what conference you're playing in. That's a lot. So yeah, this is just a weapon for Mike McDaniel, a toy for him to play with, and that's very good.
I mean That's impressive, dude. Okay, so that now you kind of get a feel.
You understand the mindset. You understand the logic. Yep.
And I think this is one of those where McDaniel says, and I talked about this earlier, McDaniel says, I'm looking for this kind of guy, and then they go find him. Not like, I want this guy.
Exactly.
Well, he may not be the best guy, coach. There's this guy. No. I know scouting. That's the guy. That's
partnership.
What they were dealing with before, and they're not dealing with that
dictatorship.
Anymore.
It's a partnership. That's the way these NFL teams they have success are run. You look at the teams like the Ravens, like the Eagles, who every year seem to draft well. It's because they have a good plan in place. Everyone's on the same page. We haven't had that in Miami for a long time, really. But recently, it was just blown up, made headlines everywhere. But so I like it.
Yep. And by the way, Pierre Strong. San Diego State just went to the New England Patriots 2 picks later.
Wow. That,
Okay.
Running backs
are going, man. What are you showing me? Oh, Christ the Redeemer. Oh, that's the selection. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, man, you should bring that up. We should see that. See if you can bring it up on the show there. All right, Mike, tell them a little bit about the podcast and Dolphins Talk, my brother. So folks can subscribe and follow.
Yeah, head over to the website. DolphinsTalk.com. We have a bunch of podcasts up, not just from me, from a variety of hosts. So you get a wide spectrum of opinions on the Miami Dolphins. We have articles. We put up news all the time. When news breaks, we'll have news, commentary, videos for stuff. Because I know most people work all day, so we'll find the videos of when the national guys are beating up on Miami a little bit, just so you can get a taste of what people are saying about the Dolphins out there. We have it all. If you're a fan of the Dolphins, it's a one-stop shop each and every day to sort of catch up on the Miami Dolphins in the past 24 hours and get the latest thoughts and opinions. And if you're on Twitter as well, you can follow me at Dolphins Talk.
There you go. And if they're giving the Dolphins any shit, just tell me. I'll go.
Oh, I know. We think alike, Big O. We think very much alike when it comes to this team. That's why I've always followed you and always been a huge fan and always appreciate it when you come on our shows, because we think very much alike when it comes to the Dolphins. Tough love is sometimes needed, but recently it's just been a lot of love because they're doing a lot of right things.
Yeah, give them love when they deserve it, bro.
Exactly. Just don't hand it out blindly. Yeah.
And they deserve a lot of love, bro.
They do. It's been a great offseason.
Better days ahead. Mike, you're a stud. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you.
Have a good one, buddy.
You got it, baby. There you go. Mike Oliva from the Blitz at MiamiDolphins.com and, of course, the editor of DolphinsTalk.com. Make sure you follow there at Dolphins Talk.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.